Daredevil Born Again, Series 1, Episode 4, titled Semper Tempora. Where Episode 4, Series 1. Anyway, so this episode, God guys, this show keeps being good. This is so good. This is such a good show. Like, once again, it kind of tells you, like, look, we had 3 episodes in a row. This is episode 3, where your main character doesn't dress up as the title character. When Matt Murdock isn't wearing the Daredevil outfit. He's not wearing it. And but I'm invested. It shows that you don't need heavy action in a superhero thing because it's all about the character work. It's all about the characters because this episode is so great. It's basically about Wilson Fisk and Matt Murdock embracing their nature, embracing who they really are, and it's kind of pepping it out through this episode because Matt, after the events of what happened to White Tiger, he's like, the system is failing us. I need to do something. I'm just kind of standing there. I did what I meant to do. I got him out of jail, but now he's dead. So he's at this point where he's just started to question he's trying to figure out what to do. And he knows one possibility, which is becoming Daredevil again, but he's at that point where but he's not sure yet. And then, of course, it's by the end of the episode of him embracing his nature, embracing the journey, because it clearly by episode 5, by next week, he's wearing the outfit again, because it was kind of known that the original version of this show, episode 1 of this version didn't exist. Like, episode 2 was episode 1 of the original show, so Matt wasn't going to wear the outfit for 4 episodes, and now we're at that point, and you see the journey and the counter work of building up to that moment of him becoming Daredevil again, and it really works so well, and you can feel that frustration. Like, you can feel that frustration. Like, of course, one of the big things in this episode is we get to see the return of Frank Castle, John Berthel, of course, who we see him return back as the Punisher. And the scene between Matt and Frank is so good because basically Frank is like, look, you're not really, you're basically asking me, you want permission for you to become Daredevil again. And all the reasons that you're not doing it is a bunch of bullshit. Because you're hiding yourself. You're hiding your true nature. That's the whole thing with this episode. It's that theme. Hiding your true nature. Become who you really are. And that's what the scene between Matt and Frank is. And it's a wonderful scene. And it feels like these characters hasn't missed a beat. I mean, Frank hasn't missed a beat. Him doing, hey, what are you doing? Yeah, you think I'm shit, huh? Him doing the, whoa, all the things that, John Berthel did in the original, season 2 of Daredevil of the original show, and of course the Punisher spin-off. But he did all those things, and it just feels natural, this relationship, this friendship. And it feels like, even if you never saw the original show, which apparently a lot of people have, apparently a lot of people, since Born Again, this is from like Hollywood Report and all that kind of stuff, have watched a good, I think it's like 154 million hours of the original show has picked up because of people joining Born Again and wanted to go back and watch the original show and maybe get more context of what's going on and sense of friendship and all that. It's this show is so wonderfully written. It's so wonderfully written. And all the stuff with Kingpin, like, you can tell now he's getting annoyed. He's absolutely getting annoyed by the end in during this episode that there's prestiges and political stuff and political that, and he's so used to just say, I want this, and it happens. Because we all know where it leads to. And we see peppers of him, peppers of him becoming the Kingpin that we know. Because a lot of people complain, have one of the criticisms people have with the show is Kingpin doesn't feel like Kingpin. And of course, I could see it as like, patience, people. Patience. This is about Kingpin and Matt not being themselves, hiding their true identity, and then them becoming who they really are. And you just see peppers of Wilson Fisk being the Kingpin that we know. I mean, the scene where he is yelling at when he's yelling at what's the character's name? Is it Daniel? Daniel Blake. He, you know, when Daniel say, "Hey, I messed up. I slipped the link. I'll leave. You can fire me." All that kind of stuff. But then he goes and but Wilson says, "Oh, you're not fired, but be aware. If you ever do that again, if you ever do something like that again, I swear to God, it's going to be the last time you'll be on this earth." And of course, naturally, you think, "Oh, he's just throwing empty threats and basically saying that you'll be fucked out of a job probably." It's like, but us knowing who the Kingpin is, we're like, "Oh no. And he means like, here's a car door. You're going to be dead. Dead with a capital DEAD. Dead." Which I feel like he might actually do. I feel like he might actually do something, another oopsie daisy. And, yeah. I think he might do it, and he gets his nothings, because it feels like this is what happens when you look forward. This is what happens when you work for the Kingpin, and this is what happens when you look up to the Kingpin. I think that's going to be the situation that we have now. But one of the biggest shocking things in this episode is the last few minutes, maybe not the last few minutes, but the last 2 minutes of the episode, where we keep hearing about this guy named Adam. So Nessa, when Wilson was gone for X amount of months or X amount of years, Nessa bumped into a guy named Adam, and she had an affair with him, and they all that kind of stuff. But we all felt like, well, Adam isn't going to, Wilson's going to kill this guy. We're like, poor Adam. You boned the wrong wife. And all suddenly we find out, oh shit, Wilson has kept Adam as a prisoner. Next to the white, what's it called? Is it called the White Wagon, or the Wagon of the Storm? That's what it's called, the Wagon of the Storm, with the painting. And you just go, this is even worse. I would have, if I was Adam and you're like, this is the wife of Wilson Fisk that you're having a sexual relationship with, the Kingpin, I would be like, if he finds out, that he'll kill me. That's what I would assume. But no, it's like, what's worse than death? Wanting him to die. And it's like, that's even worse. And of course, at the end, we get introduced to Muse. Now, Muse is a character from the comics, who, what I have heard, haven't read his story, but what I have heard is his comic counterpart would make the Joker go, "Oh no, oh that's a little bit too sweet there, Muse. Well, you turn down the violence a little bit." Because Muse in the comics is a serial killer, but he's one of those like artist serial killers, like he creates his own art, with dead bodies and all that kind of stuff. So, and blood and that. So having us have a sense of the horror of Muse, just there's a little taste, or I wouldn't say that, but a weird, like a tease of what Muse is like. I'm just, this guy is, I literally, I can't, I'm just, it's a stimuli that I can't wait to find out how bad this guy is. To understand how terrifying, how messed up this version of the character, this version of Muse is. Because if he is like his comic counterpart, it is going to be 100% like, well, everyone deserves, this show definitely deserves the EMA rating. Just want to put it out there, if you're having a villain like Muse doing the stuff that he does in his comic, in the comic that he does, his comic counterpart does. But yeah, this episode's great. Love it. Love this episode. Of course, we're going to see more Punisher. This isn't just a cameo, because there's been screenshots of Frank in the Punisher uniform with clean shaven. We are next to Matt Murdock in the Daredevil outfit. So, yeah, this episode, so good. This is such a dang good episode. Anyway, comment below. Let me know what you think of episode 4.